The crew needs a massive 700 kilos to make up for time lost. They're 7 days into a 9-day trip and have only bagged 459 lobsters.
Today's the day. If we're gonna get a cray, today's the day with it being as flat as it is. So, yeah, we just got to do what we got to do.
Oh yeah. The first batch of pots look promising.
We've just started pulling our gear. We've got 11 pots up, and the old fish trap's looking pretty healthy there this morning. We got 7 out of the last one, so averaging a kilo of fish too. So they're nice beetles. Ocky, ocky, ocky! Big two. When you get knocky in a pot, for some reason they'll go for the biggest cray. They always seem to get the biggest cray and they'll stuff him. Yeah, we don't like octopus. Look at that. We'll pull a pot and it's got a lot of crays in it and they'll stuff and it near makes me cry. Like, I feel sorry for the cray. Like, it's a shame. It's a bloody shame. That's a bloody $150 crayfish. It's brooded. I don't know what else is in there. Oh, he's a nice one, but he's still all right, that one. As much as I hate octies, I like them. It's weird to say. Like, I like them for how intelligent they are, because they are a really intelligent animal, and I've watched a few things on them, and yeah, I'm sort of split. I like them, but I don't like them. That's hard. Oh, there's a nice few crays in that pot. Like, that looks good.
After an early hiccup, the second half of the shot is all smooth sailing.
How many you got so far? 6.
9, I think.
10, weren't it?
9 or 10, yeah.
10.
Good pot.
Bloody oath. What have we set? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we've got 18 pots for that many fish this morning, and I'd be happy with that for a whole shot a lot of times. Like, that's a nice looking trap, isn't it?
Yeah.
18 pots. That's probably about the best I've done this time of the year, to be honest with you. Like, stoked with that. Really stoked.
You want a cup of tea? Not very much.
The crew of the Bold Contender is also up early. Squizzy and Tabor are pumped. They have 50 pots to pull. And in amongst these are the 2 pots that will decide who wins their bottle of rum bet.
It's going to be the best day of the trip, I reckon. That's for sure. The sun's just starting to come up. There's not a breath of wind. If you don't enjoy days like today on the west coast of Tasmania, you're in the wrong job.
The pots in the bet are further out to sea. They'll get there later. Now it's time to pull their first pot out of the shallows.
Yes.
It delivers a 6.
Yes, that's a winner. Just a few more of those, that'll be good. Well, 50 of them would be even better. That's 2 6s in a row, but I want 3. See what this delivery brings. This could be another 6. If he keeps bowling short to me all the time, I'm going to put him to the boundary or over the fence every time. We're playing pot cricket at the moment, so whatever comes up in the pot, that's how we're going to play the cricket. So if we get a 1 in the pot, that's a single. If we get 6, that's a 6. And in this game, I've just hit 2 6s over the fence. So I think this bowler is going to be taken off after this over, hopefully. The next pot we're about to pull is Tabor's rum pot. I hope it is blank. Nothing in it at all. I don't care if it's $100 a kilo. I want nothing to be in that pot. Oh! Tabor's pot's just come up and it's chockers. This is Tabor's rum pot. None so far. 1. I didn't see that going. I did. I can't count that, it's got no legs. 2. What's that, 2? 5. 6. 7. 7. I think that's funny.
Here's what it is.
And he gets 7. Smart ass.
Beating Tabor's score is a big ask.
I need a f***ing miracle, mate. I kid you not. I need 8. It's going to take a good pot. I'm not confident at all. Is that that mine?
Yeah, it's yours.
Ah!
It's not looking flash. Squizzy's grinding his teeth.
You give me the females, because I'd give me half a chance.
You still won't beat me.
Yeah, great. It's not often a decky teaches a skipper a lesson, but Tabor's given me one, I kid you not.
So that's that. Tabor the deckhand wins the bet. Low rocky point. And the heavy swell is giving Pete and Maddie a flogging.
Oh, the roll, very frustrating this time of the year that you need it very flat to get a few fish, and it's not playing the game.
Working out around rocks is harder in the fact that you're dealing with the roll, dealing with the wind pushing against the rocks. There's that many scenarios that can make it dangerous if you're not switched on and concentrating on your job.
In the blue.
And then there's the pesky bull kelp.
This is how you lose pot. Got to be careful, don't cut the rope.
Not good, not a good start. And I can see the tension in Matty building up. He's starting to get grumpy.
Kelp is just one of the hassles of fishing in close.
Going back at it?
Pete rides straight over the next pot and catches it in his propeller.
Hear the banging and crunching underneath me, so I've got to do something about it.
Saving the pot is going to be risky. The more it wraps itself around the propeller, the greater the tension on the rope. And that means more danger to Maddie. The propeller has cut the rope.
Ran the propeller. Lost pot.
The pot is lost.
Bye pot.
We just got to give up. There, call a loss, move on. It's not a good feeling.
Just made a bit of a mistake. I thought it was clear the propeller, but it wasn't. And cut it off with the rope cutter. There's two blades come together and it cuts it off.
We got 40 fish this morning. Oh, yeah. So. Better than nothing, I suppose. Better than to poke an eye with a blunt stick.
Long point. And the Bold Contender's gamble to get as many big reds as it can before the season closes is paying dividends.
We're just ticking along nicely. With the good weather, everything just goes quicker. It's easier to drive the boat. Tabor can do his job a lot easier. Everything just seems to go a lot smoother. Touch wood.
Their day shot landed 140 big ones, so Squizzy's doubling down
Yep, Tabor, give her a push.
and dropping a night shot in the same patch. The pods are set.
Just come in to drop the anchor in Wreck Bay here. Nice and calm. Nice day, that's for sure.
But there's a problem with the anchor. The hydraulic system has stopped working.
I don't have any hydraulics. It was just a popping sound, only quick split. I knew what it was straight away. We've got no hydraulics.
Two machines are critical to every lobster boat: the engine and the hydraulic system.
So we can't put the anchor down, we're just drifting sideways at the moment.
The hydraulic system has two settings. One controls the anchor and the other the pot hauler.
Flick it off anchor, because the anchor's making it hot. Give it another whack. Yep.
Not only do they have no anchor, there's no way to pull in the 50 pots they've just shot.
We're dead in the water. We are stuck.
Green Island, Tasmania. After engine trouble kept the crew shorebound earlier in the season, the Ansons Bay is working hard to catch up. It's the last day of the winter run, and they only have 459 big reds in the well. Skipper Glenn is concerned he'll miss his target of 700 kilos.
We need about 840 lobster to get about 700 kilo. That's what we need for our trip.
They're halfway through their second last shot. So far, so good.
Happy with that. That's nearly 4 a pot, so if we can get a couple of pot out of this last half, I'll be bloody stoked. Me, hey, nice one.
It's money fish after money fish. But Glenn prefers to double check that each and every lobster measures up, which is why Jake's putting his first choices into a separate pot.
A few come in with undersized crays, and the fines are ridiculous. Like that's just to keep you honest. Very heavy fines, the fishing industry, very heavy. So you don't want to be doing anything wrong. Come in here. Sit him on the ground. Hey, a nice crave. He's the biggest crave for the morning, that one.
How much do you weigh?
Yeah, I reckon he'd have to be 2.8 kilo, I reckon. That'd be my guess. Yeah, good fish, good solid beetle. Hard as a brick. Actually, I like him that much, I'll put him in now.
2.8 kilos. He's a $300 monster, one of the biggest lobsters of the whole season.
Straight in. I don't think we need to measure him again.
Glenn's night shot has delivered.
146 for this morning, so they were nice fish. 140 kilo for the shot.
That's 605 reds in the well.
Everything's just sort of worked in line for us. At where we had the pots, that was a good little area, and the swell had gone off, and you know, all the stars aligned, I suppose, and everything was right. So yeah, it was lucky enough to have our gear in the right spot.
They have just one last shot to go, and